Hi, greetings and salutations. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a rant. There's some shenanigans that are going on over at YouTube that they kind of piss me off, and I'm not the only one. Let me share with you my love-hate relationship with YouTube and their recent tomfoolery that kind of screwed me out of some ad revenue. Stay tuned. So to understand where we're at today, we first need to go back when I started in YouTube, and I started my YouTube account back in 2007 when I was a mere consumer of content on YouTube. For the first 6 years, I really didn't consume all that much. I mean, from 2007 to 2010, I was still a big consumer of the legacy media, cable content, you know? It wasn't until 2013 I started making videos on YouTube. And it really came about as a result of a repair I was trying to do to my wife's car. Because I was trying to figure it out, and one of the things that I've done for many years since the inception of the internet is use the internet for research, to learn how to do things, right? So I went on to YouTube and I looked for a video on how to replace a fuel filter on a 99 grand dam. Well, there were two videos that I found, and one video was just some hunyuk that was talking about changing the fuel filter, and he didn't know how to do it and wanted to know. So he was totally unhelpful. And the other video was a video that was shot with a 2013 era cell phone camera at night under an unlit car. Well, all he succeeded in doing was twisting off the hard line that screwed into the fuel filter and never got to the point where he could replace the fuel filter anyway. So he was unhelpful. I ended up figuring it out myself and decided that I would make a video showing how it's done. If you want to watch it, it's up here. I didn't know anything about making a video for YouTube. I didn't know anything about editing. I didn't even know how to upload a video to YouTube. I just made the video and I figured I would figure it out. And before I uploaded it, I showed it to my wife. And my wife watched the video intently. God bless her, she's a saint sometimes. She got done watching the video and I asked her, well, what do you think? And she said, I think I could replace the fuel filter on that car now. And you should make more content like that. So that's what I started doing. And I tried to bring the same philosophy to every video that I make on YouTube. And that philosophy is simple: be informative and be entertaining. If you're going to take the time to watch my video, I want to try to add value to your experience. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I don't. And like I said early on, I'm willing to suck at this long enough to get good. I don't know if I'm there yet, and I got a long way to grow, and maybe I'll never get there, who knows. But what I do know is that when the platform has got their foot on the brake, it's kind of hard to gain forward momentum. The key to success on YouTube, I've found, is that you need to be consistent. You need to consistently upload material. Your material has to be good enough to retain people's attention, and you have to use equipment that is suitable for the time. You don't have to spend a ton of money. You have to make investments, right? Especially if you're going to turn this into a business, which I'm trying to do. And since YouTube decided that they're going to allow you to share in the ad revenue, why wouldn't I get paid for doing the stuff that I like to do? Almost 2 years ago now was the event known as Adpocalypse 1.0, where YouTube really started to clamp down on pew pew content. So this whole Adpocalypse thing came about as a result of apparently an ISIS video. ISIS put out a video on the YouTube and it got monetized. It freaked a bunch of advertisers out and they fled the platform like cockroaches to sunlight. That's when YouTube really started getting serious about what they're going to allow on their platform, or at least what they're going to allow on their platform to be monetized. I appreciate the fact that you're all willing to watch my content. That warms the cockles of my heart. Whatever the hell a cockle is, it's warm. I don't want to be totally dependent on YouTube ad money to generate revenue. So as this channel grows, you're probably going to see sponsored videos. Hopefully the channel grows to the point where you can see some sponsored videos. but that's not happening right now. I've floated in the past, back during Apocalypse 1.0, I floated the idea of starting a Patreon account. Are any of you interested in becoming patrons? Comment in the comment section. And that might be something I might be interested in doing. But outside of that, like, share the video, comment on the video, engage in this little community that I got going here. And if you want to support the channel financially right now, one way you can do that is by using the Amazon affiliate links, either by buying products directly in those links or buying products through those links, using the links in the description as a gateway to get to what you really want. So if you can do that, I would really appreciate that. That helps a lot. You know, you cannot imagine how appreciative I am to see that people are using that. I appreciate it. Thank you. If you can't afford to do that, we're probably cousins. So YouTube's algorithm picks up on keywords. When you upload a video to YouTube, you have to add a description, you know, kind of a brief synopsis of what the video's about, what the title is going to be, keywords, so that when people search, those keywords pop up and direct people towards your video or your channel. Well, the algorithm picks up on all that stuff, and if it finds a word that it doesn't like, or they find controversial, the video will get demonetized. YouTube's community standards are ever evolving, and the thing that really irks me is that there's content on people's channels, including mine, that were well within the community guidelines when they were produced, that violate the community standards today. And as a result, either those videos have to be removed or they're demonetized. Almost all of my content is demonetized. So as a result, you don't see a lot of content on this channel anymore, because it takes time, it takes money. The freedom pellets that come out of the pew pew aren't free. And then I gotta sort through all this raw data. A lot of times I'll collect 2 or 3 hours or more of raw data. I can't put 3 or 4 hours of video up on YouTube. Nobody will watch it. So I got to take that content and I got to pare it down to 10 to 15 minutes. Add in text and music and fade-ins and effects and all that stuff takes time. You know, typically, I don't know if you've noticed, but over the last couple of weeks I've been uploading almost daily. And I'm trying to get in the habit of doing that because I'm trying to grow this thing, man. And YouTube has got their foot on the brake. I just need to inundate YouTube with content. YouTube is losing sight of what made YouTube to begin with. They want to make a social statement, I think, and advance their agenda rather than advance freedom and liberty. That's my opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and they usually stink. So it leads me up to the most recent tomfoolery that YouTube pulled on me, and this is why it makes me so angry. The Binion video. And just because I said that, I'm likely to get demonetized. I have no idea why they did, but that video got demonetized before I even published it. I went to go upload the thumbnail, and as the thumbnail was uploading, I happened to notice the little yellow triangle in the information tab. So I clicked on it, and limited or no ads. I immediately requested a review, but here's the thing. YouTube's policy is not to do a manual review unless your video gets 1,000 views. Pause this video, open another window, go back to my YouTube page, and go look at the view counts on my videos. How many of them have 1,000 views? Not many of them. And if they do, they're old. In the first week that a video gets published, there's views, right? And then they plateau, and then they tank. So when YouTube pulls this crap where they demonetize videos just because the algorithm doesn't like a word in the description, and it takes them a day to get around to doing anything about it, you've lost 90% of your view counts. Well, to YouTube's credit, and I'll give them credit here where credit is due, it was only demonetized for a day. But the fact that they demonetized it at all was ridiculous. Go watch the video. It'll be in the end card, and it'll be up here in the information tab. Go watch the video. You tell me if there's anything that's controversial about that video that warranted it to get demonetized. It happened before when I did I'm even afraid to say the word now. When I did that's up in the information tab too. I'll put it in the end card. When I did that video, when I was driving around the airstrips, the things that were associated with the airstrips, remember that video? That video got demonetized too before I published it. And that's why you see in the title, the word that's in the title is one of the letters was removed and an asterisk was put in its place. And I had to remove some of the taglines that I had in there because they were controversial. So the algorithm picks up on that stuff, and there's no people involved in this whole process. It's all automated. That's the other thing that irritates me, because you can't get a hold of anybody. Right? You can't pick up the phone and call somebody or shoot out an email to somebody, because there's nobody driving the ship, for crying out loud. I don't know a lot, but I do know that YouTube's algorithm has been picking up on those keywords and selectively limiting advertising to people's videos without any context, just based on some words. There's words that you can't say, otherwise you'll lose your ability to monetize your videos. And at some point, the technology is going to advance to the point where an image will likely get you demonetized as well. I'm just wondering how long it's going to take before the silhouette of one of these is going to get a video banned, or a person deplatformed, or at the very least your video demonetized. You know, simply mentioning the word pew pew is enough nowadays. I'm wondering even if the sharp crack of a report would be enough. It's concerning enough that I have to be creative with my editing. Pew, 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 pew. It's just not the same. I don't know what the answers are to resolve this, and I am not even sure YouTube has the answers. All I know is that YouTube keeps trying to fix something that ain't broke, and they keep messing things up. The only thing I can do is use YouTube's algorithm to my benefit. One way I can do that is by releasing more content. So I'm going to try to release more content. The other thing that YouTube's algorithm is looking at is audience engagement. How's the audience interacting with the channel? Are they clicking the like button? Are they clicking the dislike button? Are they sharing this video? Are they commenting on the video? Be careful how you comment, because the algorithm's watching that too. So, you know, as a creator, you got to think about all these things. What am I saying? What am I doing? Is it falling within the guidelines? You know, at some point, I'm sure that YouTube is going to start to object to having my kids in videos, because they don't like minors being in videos. So as this platform grows, it keeps constricting to a smaller and smaller bubble of content that's acceptable on the platform. My hope is that somebody comes along, someone who's a wealthy entrepreneur that loves freedom and wants people to be able to express themselves. You gotta remember that YouTube got started, their motto was publish yourself. So that's the only thing that I could figure to combat kind of this anti-free speech, anti-free expression kind of idea that San Francisco has against some kind of content, and the algorithm that they've created to police the kind of speech that we all can use. Last time I knew we were in the United States of America. This is a United States company, but what the hell do I know? I'm just a stupid carpenter from Southern Nevada, by way of Michigan. If you happen to watch that video on day one, and if you're so inclined and you want to help a brother out, you don't actually have to watch it again. Just go back and click on play, go make yourself a sandwich, or go take a poop, or something. Just let it run for however long that video was, 15, 20 minutes or whatever it was. And so at least I can get some satisfaction out of that video. Thanks for letting me get that off my chest. I feel much better now. Like, share, comment in the comment section. Click the subscribe button and then the bell icon that's right next to it, so you'll be notified of future uploads. And as always, you have fun, stay safe, shoot straight, keep your powder dry, and have a splendid day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.